How to communicate priorities. What's up? It's Erik J. Olson. Look, as a leader of a company or a group of people or department, if you're in some sort of leadership position, then it's up to you to clarify priorities. Now, here's why I'm saying this. This happens a lot around here where there's competing objectives. One client is like making a fuss about something, yet I have a priority that maybe I've kind of sort of communicated. And then there's like another priority. Maybe Kevin has another priority. But at some point, someone has to clarify what the priorities are. Now, that will probably be you, but it's not just good enough to say one time what the priority is or to put out one email. You have to repeat yourself and you have to do it often. You have to remind people what the priority is, because every time you say it, it takes them off of that, imaginary priority, either that they created or that someone else created for them. And it puts them back on the priority that you're specifying as the leader. So like here as an example at Array Digital, we're doing a whole lot of SEO work right now. And one of our clients is, they're making a lot of requests of us, but they're actually not the priority. There's a much bigger client that needs more work that we need to be working on. So we need to be able to satisfy both requests, but the priority has been set by me that the bigger client is the bigger priority. And it's not just because they pay us more. That's not just the only reason. It's because we know that there's a lot of work to be done. It's going to take a while and there's more opportunity behind that. So I have set the priority, but I also get like pinged a lot like, hey, you said that this was a priority, Erik, but we're working on these other things. Maybe it's things that I created, tasks that I created for folks. Or maybe it's because that other client, the smaller client, is just asking for a lot of stuff. I need to go out. As a matter of fact, like right now, I'm going to go into Slack and just remind everybody what the priorities are. The bigger client is a priority. It won't be the first time that I say it. It won't be the second time. And it won't be the last time. I have to continue to tell people these are the priorities. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. We cannot spend 10 days on someone that's not a priority and spend 0 on the clients that are a priority. So it's up to me to, all this noise that comes in, all this input, and all these factors, it's up to me at Array Digital to come up with a priority list. And then it's also up to me to communicate that over and over and over again. This will be the same for you. It's up to you to get all the input from your folks, from your clients, from everything, and come up with a priority list. Because if you don't, then what would you expect your folks to do? Just magically figure it out by themselves, and it's going to exactly match what you're thinking at that moment? Because, by the way, you'll probably change your mind over time, right? One day client A is a priority, next day is client B. It happens all the time. But you have to communicate who's the priority, what the priority is, and then over communicate. And when it changes, you have to say, mea culpa, my bad. It's changing now, and make sure everyone understands the change. Even if that means you have to reach out to them one by one. You have to say it again, and say it again. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey, How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you could apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.